everybody. Welcome back to the show. You are on a live recording of our Rogers television show, Meet the Band. I'm the BMD, and a little different show today. It's going to be an episode called Behind the Scenes. And behind the scenes, starting with, we were asked to host an event at the Regent Theatre by Black Rose Entertainment Promotions. And it skipped from an interview with the Maple Blues Band. We had Gary Kendall, the lead band member of the Maple Blues Band, on an earlier show, and we were invited to the Regent Theatre to introduce the band to the live audience on Jazz and Blues Week, held in Durham Region over the past weekend, I guess the third week in September. But before we get into that, I'd like to introduce to the family and friends and our audience. Beside me to my left is Lucas Nearing. Now, you see his name on the productions and you see his name on the show, but you sometimes hear his voice, but you never see him. So Lucas was there filming all the upcoming show and this broadcast we're doing. And we had some good things to say. He's never been in front of the camera, but you've heard him and now you're going to see him. Listen, it was a little bit of a different show from your normal recordings, editing and engineering, when you had to do a live remote. Tell us how that went. Was it a big adjustment, or you were able to whip that right in, no problem?
It was a little bit of an adjustment for sure to have it all recorded live at the scene. But I think it turned out really well. You know, we got good video, good audio of it. The members that we sat down to interview were nice and excited for the interview. Everyone was happy. I think the show turned out great. You know, the band sounded great. The audience was lively. Your introduction, you know, can't say too many words about it, but it's definitely got a few, I don't want to say standing ovations, but definitely some big laughs in there.
Yeah. So the BMD, you felt, did okay for the first live remote.
Definitely.
And we did do some of them staff, not interview, but the staff was very friendly and
totally
letting us in. Security let us in well ahead of the show so we could start a behind the scenes. And we're going to try and develop that to show the audience, the listening audience and the viewing audience, a little different take on what it is like behind the scenes. Do you think that's an option of developing a new show, Ground?
Yeah, I think we should be doing this. You know, I would love to be doing this every other show and have a show just on Zoom and then have a show live at location at some event or music venue where people are performing. I think it's a great avenue for us to go down and expand on.
So we should work on that with Black Rose Entertainment and Productions. You'll have to give Scott a call there.
Definitely.
We did meet Scott, and he did throw a curveball at us where I was telling my wife when we were going to come on for, 30, 60, 90 seconds and introduce the band, which was wonderful. And then when I was sitting in queue off stage with the stage manager, Tim, and he said, you're going on at 8:45. I said, yeah. But I said, doesn't the show start at 9? And he said, yeah. And he said, well, you've got to deal with the crowd and warm the crowd up. So I wasn't expecting that. And I remember looking over to you and saying, did you know about that? And you said no. So always in entertainment, there's a few curveballs. But I think, as you said, we got a few laughs out of it. And the crowd, we did warm them up for the band, the Maple Blues Band, and it was a good show.
Yeah.
And, for those that haven't been to the Regent Theatre, what did you think of it? I think it's just a top-notch venue.
I think it's great. It sounds like it's like very, underrated. The ceilings look great. The theater looks great. All the seats look great. The stage is nice and big and wide and open.
They have done some massive renovations there, I think, well over a year during COVID, putting it together. And they've got some big acts coming up. Honeymoon Suites coming up the end of September.
Mm-hmm.
And April Wine, one of the old, both of them are old 70s, 80s, 90s bands.
Right.
coming up. So it is a great area if you don't want the hustle and bustle of going downtown and getting caught in the GTA traffic and all those headaches. Well, folks, I guess that's it on our timing. Anyways, I just wanted you to meet the wonderful and certainly active producer, my producer and engineer, Lucas Nearing, did a wonderful job as usual. And we're going to edit this and bring this into the balance of the live show that was taped, including my grand intro and warming up the crowd, if you will. That was a bit of a shock, but we wonderfully had a great time there. So, you know what we say, everybody, if you're happy, tell a friend. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, BMD.
Hey folks, we are here backstage for the Maple Blues Band concert live tonight at the Regent Theatre, part of Blues Week here in Oshawa. And we are with the band leader, band member, Gary Kendall. And I just want to say that I have interviewed this gentleman before, and we're here tonight because of him, because we had a real connection. I don't know if it was age, I am younger, but we had a good connection, good experience. So we're here with our producer, of course, Lucas. Sir, and I'm calling you sir because you're a little older than me. How are you feeling about tonight? Let's talk about prep. Is the prep been done? Are we ready?
We are ready. We've had a couple of band rehearsals. We had a great sound check today with the band and with our guest singers, Keisha Wint and Harrison Kennedy.
So how did it sound? What are you going to guarantee the people tonight?
It sounds great. I love working in this venue. The crew here are great. They nailed our sound right off the bat. So, I mean, it was just easy getting it together. And, you know, whenever I get together with these musicians, from the first note on, it's inspiring because they're all so good. I just go for the ride.
So what about the guys? Is there excitement back in the green room, dressing room? Is everybody excited, or you're the only one here with the weapon master?
Well, right now some of them are watching the Blue Jays game.
Okay.
So they're kind of they're preparing.
They're getting tuned up.
Yes, they're getting psyched up.
Hopefully the Jays make it into the wild card.
If the Jays win, they'll hit the stage in a great mood.
Now I just cracked wild card. What's the wild card tonight, if you can say so?
Oh, geez.
Give us a teaser.
I think the wild card would be our special guests, the guest singers, because we play instrumental music. And
so who are they?
Keisha Wint and Harrison Kennedy.
And they're on vocals?
Yes, and they will come out in both. We're dividing the evening in two halves.
Okay.
And they will come out and sing in each half. And they're going to be the wild card. Our music is going to be impressive, and then we'll add the icing to the cake with the singers, and that'll put it.
Now you're closing out the show tonight as the headliners.
Yes.
That's got to be exciting.
That is, yes.
And the guys in the band are revved up, thinking, hey, we're headliners tonight, or they've been before?
They've been before, and they're all seasoned musicians, so they save their excitement and energy until we hit the bandstand.
Very good.
Up until that point, they're very laid back.
It sounds like the concert started already. Folks, we're here with Gary Kendall, and he is ready to go. We're ready to go. We're excited to reconnect with him. And of course, I'm the BMD, and you're watching and listening to Meet the Band on Rogers Television Network. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. We're behind the scenes at the Regent Theatre tonight on our show Meet the Band. I am the BMD, the host, and of course we've been blessed with having numerous members of the Maple Blues Band with us. Right beside me here now we have Terry. Terry, tell us, what you do, what do you say, what do you know? What do you do here in the band?
I play the guitar and spread good vibes.
So tell us about the vibes.
Well, I've been playing with these guys for 17 years, so
That's a good sign or
we
bad?
all know each other pretty well.
Okay, now do they pick up any of the errors or mistakes and they'll jump in and say, gotcha, brother?
I make sure they're well paid.
They're well paid. So what's the highlight for you tonight other than playing with your buddies in the band?
Well, there's Keisha and Harrison.
There seems to be a buzz
Yeah.
in the building for this action to start, so
We always like playing behind great singers, and Keisha Wint and Harrison Kennedy are great singers.
now are they at the backup level or they're full front on the songs?
Oh, they are in front. They are
They're
fantastic.
in front on the
Yeah.
songs. And that's coming the second part of the show, I understand?
They sing in each set.
Okay, now
Yeah.
are you bringing them out with a lead
Oh yeah.
entrance? Now,
Yeah.
is it a blues entrance? Are we hearing Led Zeppelin or Jimi Hendrix or what?
Well, we just probably say some kind words, you know.
Kind
we
words.
might vamp on one of their songs as
Kind
they come
word.
up.
So what's the wild card? That's the word I'm using. I asked Gary what the wild card. I'm not going to tell you. You tell me what's your wild card tonight.
Oh, well, my wild card is that I get to play way too much.
So you're one of the main keys.
Well, I think the other guys would have something to say about that. But yeah.
Okay,
I
but
get
you-
to play lots of solos.
But you mentioned.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we hearing any Led Zeppelin or Hendrix? Or,
No. In fact,
or are you staying in line?
I say that all of our tunes are originals.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, listen, good to meet you. Thanks
Nice to
for
meet you,
coming by
too.
before the show. Very happy, folks. This has been Terry. He is one of the guitar players, and we were happy to grab him before the show tonight. Stay tuned. There's more. So we're here with another bandmate from the band, Howard. Howard, what do you do?
I play trumpet in the band.
Okay.
And I've been playing with these guys in various combinations for over 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
And no pain?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the blues, so
It's
there's
the
always
blues?
pain. Yeah.
Well, that's how the songs are recorded, of course. But everybody's getting along. When I interviewed Gary on the main show, he said it was all
It's a family.
groovy, family
we all
overtone,
support each other. We
watching
all want
each
the
other's
best.
back.
Absolutely.
So I asked,
And enjoying each other when we play.
yes, and I family vibe. I asked Gary and I asked Terry, I think. So my word that just came into my head on these interviews was wild card.
Right.
So what is your wild card tonight for perhaps your bandmates don't know and the audience may know?
Honestly, in this band, my wild card is the baritone sax player, Allison Young.
Okay.
The only female member of the band and a certified badass. She's
Badass.
fantastic.
So do you duel each other?
We do verbally, mentally. She's a good friend, and we tease each
Okay.
other relentlessly. But she's a monster player.
So nobody's stepping out of queue and just jumping in and taking over?
No. I mean, especially for a show like this, people are paying good money for a show like
Yes.
this. We want to put on a proper show. This band doesn't really have situations where we're like, at a jam session or anything like
Gotcha.
that. So it's more of a well-produced, curated show that we're trying to put on.
Good. Howard, nice
Likewise.
to meet you.
You
Good
too,
grip,
man.
good grip.
What's important?
Good grip. Okay, that was Howard. He's playing some trumpet and got some wild cards. We're going to see what happens tonight. I'm the BMD. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, we're back on our show, behind the scenes show tonight of Meet the Band. I'm the BMD and we are here with one of the Maple Blues band members, Al. Hey Al, how you doing? Man, are you looking cooking tonight?
Well, I gotta
With
go
the
get my. I gotta
with
go
the derby and the man in black. Good to see you.
Good to see
you.
you too.
So-
I gotta get my stage clothes on soon.
I hear you. I hear you. So, what are you doing here tonight? What do you do in the band?
In this band, I play harmonica.
Oh, okay.
Very important piece.
Oh yes. Oh yes, big time. So there's some solos.
Oh yeah.
And what's your key? I've been asking everybody. You probably heard me. What's your wild card tonight?
My wild card? Oh, that would be if I remember the arrangements or not.
The arrangement. So do you know when to step in and step out?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah,
And
well, I hope I do.
now, is your harp playing much like Jagger's in the Stones? They have a real He has a real bluesy rep to his style.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not saying you are, Jagger. I'm saying is that's what came to mind.
Well, put it this way: we listened to the same people when we were learning.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been making my living as a musician for over 50 years now, and
You aren't that old. You look like a young guy in your 20s.
Thanks. I'll be 70
Wow.
next birthday.
Wow.
But I started playing harmonica when I was about 14. You know, the coffee house scene was really happening in Toronto,
Yes.
so, you know, because they didn't sell alcohol, a kid like myself could go, and I got to see a lot of the old Delta blues players that would pass through, like Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, and I was just smitten with that from an early
So
age.
I would think the harmonica is a real unique piece in the band because you
It's-
can stretch everybody out.
It's one of those instruments, it's very much like the voice.
Yes.
So, and because you can bend notes on it like a voice can bend, it's not like some other instruments where, you know, like there's designated steps between each note, but you know, you can bend right up to things. So, like the voice, it's very expressive, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's such a big instrument in the
Wow.
band.
So do you have many solos?
Yeah, I think I do. You know, I mean, we try and spread them out, so it's not like.
Yeah.
You know,
So are
it's-
we going to see you like moves like Jagger tonight, stepping out a little
No.
bit? No. Not at all.
Hey, you know,
It could go out. It could get out of hand.
well, you never know.
It is the blues.
It is the blues.
Al, good to meet you. Have a
Pleasure.
great night tonight.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, you're probably wondering why I'm here. I am the BMD, host of radio and television show on Rogers Channel 10 TV, and the show is called Meet the Band. I ran into one of the band members and interviewed him on my show. We had tremendous chemistry, and I asked him, I said, hey, why don't you let me bring you guys out? It seemed only natural. And I'm a bit of a ham. I think maybe that's good. Do I look like a ham? I can't hear you. Okay, so WKRP. So I'm glad to be here. I am the BMD, as I said, and you're in for a wonderful night of music. And the show is sponsored by Black Rose Entertainment. And give me a round. You guys aren't too loud. Come on, warm up. Do I look okay? Come on. Okay. Anybody want to take me home? Come on. No? Okay. Anyways, I want to say it's a pleasure. You're going to be in for a great night of entertainment music. Please welcome to the stage the Maple Blues Band Cordova Bay recording artist. Whoop it up, come on! Have a good show. Hey folks, the BMD here on my show Meet the Band. If you or your group would like to be a guest on the show, email us at thebmdpodcast@gmail.com. See you then.